To the show from House Financial Services and Small Business Committee, Congressman Dan Meuser. Those are all legitimate questions of a cabinet member. Congressman, thanks for joining us. So we heard that from Treasury Secretary Yellen that he's effective, but not answering Congressman Lawler's question, did she see cognitive decline? Was there talk of the 25th Amendment among the cabinet? What do you think of all that?
Well, she's clearly ignoring the realities of his mental decline and ignoring the realities of his failed policies. And they're doing their best to have the rest of the American people believe the same. You know, prior to that, on what Senator Kennedy said, we're paying more to live worse. You know, he summed it up. I mean, there's about 15 seriously different policies in so-called Maganomics versus Bidenomics. In fact, they're opposite of each other. Right? One wants to raise taxes. One has pro-growth initiatives to keep taxes as competitive as possible. One, Maganomics keeps us, so-called Maganomics, I'll just call it Trump policies, keeps us competitive on the worldwide stage. Bidenomics is making it that much more difficult for our economy to grow. It's truly endless, from regulations to energy policy that I refer to as gas backwards. Because it is. We're buoying the energy exports of Russia and Iran, basically our adversaries slash enemies, at the expense of the American people and our own national security.
What do you think about Trump's RNC platform saying they're about an economic revival, rescuing America out of stagflation by unleashing U.S. energy, unleashing U.S. oil and gas? U.S. oil and gas kept America out of a recession in 2010 under Obama.
I love it, Liz, because it is anti-inflationary. We need to be energy, not just independent, energy dominance. It's one of the most contributing factors to inflation. And inflation is just run roughshod. There's truly an affordability crisis that, by the way, Janet Yellen ignores as well throughout my district and throughout all of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and our country. Pro-growth initiatives will increase the supply side. And it actually runs counter to what Jerome Powell's trying to do and bring down inflation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we hear you. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
No, I was that the more spending, the more inflation will increase, and the higher taxes, the more unemployment will increase, running counter to both of the Fed's mandates. We need a new president. We need a new economic direction for the strength of the American economy.
You know, it's interesting what you just said, because Senator John Kennedy got that out of Fed Chair Powell, that yes, the economy is slowing down, and yes, the government is behind job creation lately. Watch this.
Mr. Chairman, our economy is slowing, is it not?
Yes, although still growing at a solid pace.
Our unemployment rate is rising, is it not?
Yes, it is, although the labor market is still strong.
About 3/4 of the net new jobs that were created in June were in government, healthcare, and social assistance. What does that tell you?
So that's a concentration. You'd rather see broader job creation than that. Yes, manufacturing's not creating a lot of new jobs.
Manufacturing is not creating jobs, so unleash U.S. energy. So that's the thing. So the government is creating jobs. Fed Chair Powell just admitted that. You see the numbers are staggering as they revise numbers, the job growth numbers, down after the fact by more than 1 million jobs since 2023 through year to date. 1 million jobs knocked out of the initial jobs reports that are cheered on as robust and glowing. You know, when you look at what's going on in Saudi Arabia, Saudi Aramco is just making major investments in a powertrain company, saying, you know what, gas engines are here to stay. Car gas engines are not going away. Your final word.
Yeah, no, they're choosing Venezuela over Pennsylvania when it comes to energy, and that's very wrong. And the Trump policies will make the U.S. manufacturing that much more competitive, and the Biden burdens that they're putting on are making foreign goods more competitive. It's that simple.
Congressman Meuser, appreciate you so much. Come back soon.
Thank
Still
you.
ahead.
Appreciate you.